Hey everyone, this week we're going to Papa John's. We're going to try their Parmesan crusted pepperoni pizza. We haven't had that one before. We're a little bit late to the game on it. So today we got the Parmesan crusted pizza, pepperoni pizza. We got some garlic Parmesan breadsticks, some cheese bread appetizer, and then a brownie. So this is the Parmesan crusted pepperoni pizza. You can actually get a little cheaper if you get it using the carry-out special, so that worked out pretty nice. We're also trying these Parmesan garlic breadsticks for the first time. The original breadsticks I was never really a fan of, but they got these ones since I haven't had these Parmesan garlic breadsticks yet, so we're going to give these a shot and see how good they are. The cheese bread is probably one of the best sides they have at Papa John's. We always love getting this cheese bread. The whole family loves it, and it always gets devoured. I think Papa John's probably has my favorite chain pizza bread, or has my favorite cheese bread of all the chains. For dessert, we got a brownie. Papa John's has some great dessert options, which is great. They have the claim to fame for Papa John's is these little peppers that they give you. These ones look like they may have seen better days, but luckily I don't really care for those things. So, all right, pizza time. Trying out this Parmesan crusted pepperoni pizza. Bottom of it, I guess, looks a little different. Got a little bit of crust on there. I'll get a picture of that and put that up there. The pizza itself is a thinner version, seemed like, of the hand toss. Is more of a thin and crispy. I mean, it tastes like Papa John's. It gives it a little bit of flavor, a little bit of that Parmesan cheese, and it's got a crispness to that crust. It's something a little bit different, but it's not that crazy different that it's not something I'm going to be like craving if they were to take it away. Be like, oh, I have to have that Parmesan crusted pizza back or anything.
Now I'm gonna try it. I just finished my first
Finish your breadstick?
yeah. Now I'm gonna try it, the pizza.
Okay.
That's pretty good. It's definitely a little thin.
It's definitely thin. I thought it was going to be more like the original Papa John's hand tossed crust that we get, but it's definitely more the thin version. Now try one of these garlic Parmesan breadsticks. I'll tell you one thing that always annoys me about like Papa John's and Domino's is they give you the smallest sauce containers. I wish they'd give you bigger sauce containers. So you can see this Parmesan crusted pizza, like very thin. It's a very thin pizza. You can kind of see some of the Parmesan cheese that they put under there. It does give it a little bit of a different flavor. We're a big fan of Parmesan cheese, so it is good, but I think I'd rather get the original crust. I like the original crust better than this thin with the Parmesan. These Parmesan garlic breadsticks, they're okay, but they're definitely not my favorite. I'm definitely going to be leaning, Crazy Bread or even Pizza Hut breadsticks over this. For me, the best thing about Papa John's is definitely the cheese bread. The thickness of the bread is just perfect. They always put a good amount of cheese. The cheese is out to the edge. It's just, every time we get cheese bread from Papa John's, it's always very tasty and good. My only complaint is, like I said, those tiny sauces. That sauce is just not enough for a whole breadstick.
So my opinion on the breadsticks, I really agree with my dad. Yeah, it's perfect thickness, perfect cheese. They also have this sauce, which personally I really like it. So
It's the garlic sauce. Yep, Papa John's is the first one that came up with that garlic sauce. One thing I do like, the sauce at Papa John's is, Papa John's always has a good sauce. I like that sweetness of the sauce at Papa John's. I'll tell you one thing that's pretty crazy about Papa John's is that my favorite thing on their whole menu, I think, is this cheese bread. It is just so good and so consistent. And so you would think that the breadsticks would be just as wonderful, but the breadsticks are probably the least favorite thing on my menu. The breadsticks, they look good, they're big and fluffy, but they just don't have any taste to them. And the same thing with the garlic Parmesan breadsticks. I mean, they were okay, but they look like they'd be really good, and for me, they're just not great. So that's just kind of crazy that cheese bread, wonderful, breadsticks, just don't like them. And so from the same place. So that's one interesting thing. Hiccups, dude?
yeah, I have the hiccups.
Caden got a jump start on dessert. I feel like all the brownies from everywhere are pretty good. Like the Pizza Hut ones are pretty good. The Hungry Howie's ones are kind of not great. I'll have to try those again. But I remember when we got those one time, Those were the only place I've had that I was like, nah, these brownies aren't that great. For pizza, I'm going to give the Parmesan crusted pepperoni pizza from Papa John's a 6.8. It's good. I definitely prefer the original. Very thin. You know, Papa John's, when it first came out in the 90s, I loved Papa John's. It was so good. They used to have so much cheese on there. They used to put the pepperonis below the cheese. And it was just, when it first came out, it was phenomenal. And over the years, it just, you know, quality's kind of gone down in my opinion. It's just not quite how great it was back in the 90s when it first came out. And this one, I like this one less than just the original crust that they have. Because of that, I don't think we'll probably be getting this again, but it was nice to try one time. For value, we'll give Papa John's a 7. It's pretty standard with all the other chains. We did the, you know, buy 2 for $6.99, so we got 3 things. So our cheese bread, our Parmesan breadsticks, and our brownie were all $6.99 as part of the, you know, get at least 2 things for $6.99. So that was pretty cool. One thing that was really nice about Papa John's was the ordering with the app. They're one of the few apps that actually let you put multiple coupons in there, which was made ordering it really nice and comparing the prices. So I wasn't sure if it was going to be better to use the carryout special or should I use the Parmesan crust special for $12.99. So because they let you do multiple coupons on the same order, it makes it real easy to see what the best deal is. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Have a great day. Love you.
Love you.